Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, Fabulites. I have got questions for you. What opens with TY telling Shaliwa about the whole thing with me day? And what closes with TY not telling Shaliwa or anybody about the whole thing with me day? If you guess Skinny Girl in Transit, Season 2, Episode 10, Wrecking Ball is the season finale of Season 2. You're correct. Thank you so much for clicking on the video and sticking around to see how we get from opening to closing. I'm Angela and the channel is Be Fabulous You. So we got TY and Shaliwa at home. They're talking. Shaliwa's like, what's up, sis? TY's like, girl, me day asked me out on a date. Shaliwa's like, ooh, yeah. TY's like, I said no. Shaliwa's like, what? Why? All this time he was coming to the house, you didn't know he liked you? TY's like, no. I thought that we were being friends. I thought we were cool. Plus, he has this girlfriend around. I just don't think I'm his type. She's skinny. She went to school in America, whatever she's saying. Shaliwa is like, what are you trying to say? That he is out of your league? TY's like, well, these guys I deal with, where it's all friendly and they like me and I'm smart and I'm funny. And then, all of a sudden it turns into a relationship. But after and before, they're all with these slim, good-looking girls that are not funny or smart. And Shaliwa is like, girl, sis, you need to deal with your baggage so it doesn't affect your relationships in the future. I'm not saying you should get with me day. I'm just saying, girl, you got to deal with your stuff. TY is like, look at my little sister giving good advice. Then we see Shaliwa in night scarf. Oh, she's Shaliwa in her night scarf. Like she don't look like she dressed for the day, and she's running into TY's room. TY's sleeping. She's like, TY, get up, come on. And then she runs out, and then TY follows her, and she's like, what's going on? And then we see Maxwell's wife with the guy behind her, and TY's family, Mommy, Wasila, and Shaliwa are looking at Maxwell's wife and the guy. And Shaliwa is like, she's a mad woman. And TY's like, you mean you don't know who this is? Are you pretending? This is Maxwell's wife. And then Shaliwa covers up her mouth. And then Mommy and Wasila, they're like all shocked. She might be a mad woman. And then TY's okay, so covered, they did. And then wifey is like, so you are the little rat that wants to destroy my marriage? Oh, mommy, you didn't teach her? It's no problem, because I'm going to teach her tonight. I got time. Oh, today I got time right now. I'm going to teach her. And then the man with the man who's with her, he has locks and he has some greenery in his hand in a bowl or whatever. And she's like, do your work. And then Mommy says to Shaliwa, get inside. And then Mommy starts to pray, the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. And then wifey is like, oh, the Lord is your shepherd, eh? Well, was the Lord your shepherd when your daughter was dating a married man? That's what I want to know. Baba, give them some shepherd. That's what she's saying to the man with her. And then TY's like, please, wait. And then the wife is like, TY from the radio? Is that you? What are you doing here? You live here? And TY's like, this is my father's house, and Shaliwa is my sister. And then the wifey is like, Baba, get her. And then TY's like, she made a mistake. She's not seen your husband since the day I met you. And wifey is like, what? Are you lying to your family? And then Mommy is like, says to Shaliwa, come out here. And then wifey is like, when did you last see my husband? And then Shaliwa is like, and then the wifey is like, when did you last see my husband? And then TY is like, she has not seen him since. And wifey is like, oh, so you all want to help her to lie? Baba, get all of them. And then Shaliwa is like, okay. He was the one that was begging me, and he said he wanted to explain to me, and I didn't want to entertain him. But TY, she forgot to pick me up, and then I didn't have any money, so... Miss Shaliwa, girl, that's not right. You still blaming other people. You ain't learned your lesson yet. And then Mommy is like, oh. And then wife is like, so you did see him since. And then TY is like, Mrs. Peters, she's young and she's very stupid. It will not happen again. Please, for my sake. And then the wifey is like, for your sake? Huh. And then the man slings something, off of the greenery he's holding in their direction. And T.Y. is like, if not, T.Y., the wife is like, T.Y., if not for you, I would curse you. But because when we were struggling and we were down, me and my husband, nobody wanted him. But now you want to follow him around because he has money, Abby? That's what she's saying, Shaliwa, huh? Mama, warn her. If you make me come back, I swear. And if Daniel lies to you and says he is leaving me, I am big, not for nothing. I have a baby in my belly, 3 children. So let me tell you. And then the man is like, should I get him? Should I get him? And then wifey is like, let's go. And T.Y. is like, can you see how stupid you are? She's saying to Shaliwa, can you see how stupid you are? Because of Gucci bags and Prada bags. You better be glad daddy is not here. Be thanking your stars. And then mommy is hitting Shaliwa. You still saw him? You still saw him? And then we see a car on the street. And T.Y. is driving, or, T.Y. is in the driver's seat. And Shaliwa is in the passenger seat. And she's like, okay, I spoke with him. He asked if he could come to apologize in person. So he came to the office to speak to me. And I was tired of waiting for you, so I took his ride. But I have not spoken to him since. And T.Y. is like, stop talking to him. And Shaliwa is like, me and Maxwell are just friends. It's, nothing more. I don't know why you need to be friends with a man who was married. I guess he wasn't lying to her. But you don't need to be, you need to leave him alone. And then T.Y. is like, for what now? For what? You are too old to be for this much drama. You involved the whole family with this woman and her doctor, her native doctor, right? You need to act right. Grow up. And Shaliwa is like, T.Y., I hear you. But does she hear, girl? And then we see T.Y. at work, and Midday comes up behind her, and she's like, good day, sir. And Midday is like, really? We're back to that now? And T.Y. is like, I was just joking. And then Midday is like, okay, great. So we still have a meeting tomorrow, right? Still. Anything new? And T.Y. is like, well, nothing with work, but at my house. Mrs. Peterside, Maxwell's wife showed up in my house with a native herb doctor. And Midday is like, what? And T.Y. is like, yup. And Shaliwa knew Maxwell was married. I kid you not. She showed up at my house reading and reciting incantations and swearing and cussing out. And then when she noticed me and kind of, she stopped for a minute and then she was back and all hell broke loose again. It was crazy. And Midday is like cracking up like, oh my God, I have heard stories about her. And T.Y. is like, and he like, I know your mama's a prayer warrior. And T.Y. is like, yes, my mother was praying. She wouldn't let me leave the house without anointing oils. And Midday is cracking up. Ha 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 ha. My mother would have called the police. Ha 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 ha. And T.Y. is like, my mother. And they just cracking up laughing. And then Hadisa comes in the room. And then Midday, he stops laughing and he leaves. And then Hadisa watches him leave. And then Hadisa is like, so what are you two doing in here? And T.Y. is like, it's no need for the sour face, Auntie Hadisa. If you have questions, just ask or write a formal complaint. And Hadisa is like, don't let me start with you or else. And T.Y. is like, or else what? And Hadisa is like, as she's leaving, buckle up. Buckle up. And then we see mommy at home and she's singing and Jesus praising and anointing herself. And T.Y. comes in slowly and she's like, good evening, mommy. And mommy is like, okay, well, Selah, bring the bath and the candle. And then you're going to bathe right here. Then you're going to drink what I got for you in the refrigerator. Then you and your sister, she working out her plan to try to combat, what she feels is spiritual warfare. And, then Wosila and mommy are, T.Y. exits or whatever. And then Wosila and mommy are still dancing and singing. And, then we see mommy and T.Y. in the morning, they working out there exercising. And Wosila is kind of like on the edge. She's kind of halfway participating. And Shaliwa is on the couch doing her makeup and telling mommy to sit down before you break your back. Then daddy calls on mommy's phone and Shaliwa picks it up. And she's like, oh, mommy is exercising with T.Y. Since when, daddy? Since your boss is a sexy. And then mommy is like, hush. Oh, T.Y., you are laughing. And then, you are laughing at me? And then give me my phone, she says to Shaliwa. And then she's like, my darling baby, I miss you. You know, all giggling and carrying on. And then she's going out the room to talk to her maid. And Shaliwa is like, yuck. And T.Y. is like, that's how we were created. Hopefully you will find someone who will love you when you're old and wrinkled. Not that the mama is wrinkled. And Shaliwa is like, wrinkled? No. Plastic surgery. T.Y. leaves. And then Shaliwa is like, Wosila, where is my smoothie? And Wosila stops dancing and exits. Then we see T.Y. on her headset at work, and she's on air, and she's like, how important is timing and dating? You know, I've been single for 3 months now, but how do you know when the time is right for something new? What if you know someone who's so great, who makes you so angry and then so happy, and makes you smile and makes you laugh and then laughs at you, but that's okay because that makes it even better. And then that someone somehow makes it all better, and then they make you feel better, and they're just the best. And oh, we just love someone. And then they bring you a cake when you get a promotion, and then they come by unannounced and they remember your favorite drink. I mean, they're pretty much Mr. Right. Should you let time get in the way, or should you take a risk and let that person into your heart? What would you do? Call in and let me know. And a guy calls in and he's like, you know, me, I follow my heart or whatever. And then T.Y. is like, you know, okay, back to the music. And then she gets up smiling and she tries to make a call and there's no connection and she looks a little confused. But then she leaves her booth and she's going into Miday's office and she's like, Miday, and she walks in on Miday and the ex-next Nadine embracing, kissing. Were they just embracing or kissing? And Nadine is like, how rude. Your employees just barge in? And T.Y. is like, I'm sorry, it will never happen again. And Miday is like, T.Y., is everything okay? And T.Y. is like, I was coming to tell you something, but it's no longer important. Excuse me. And then T.Y. leaves, and then Nadine goes back to kissing Miday. But Miday, his eyes are all open, and as he's kissing Nadine, he's watching where T.Y. was, like, oh, T.Y., oh. And then T.Y., we see her coming home, and, you know, she opens the door, and then she gets inside the house and leans on the door like, oh, I made it home. It's been a rough day. And then we see Mommy, Mommy and Wosila and Shali while they're on the couch, and Mommy is working on wedding clothes. And is Wosila in a yellow lip? Okay. And then we see T.Y. and she's trying to engage her. Mommy is like, what about this? Or what about this? Oh, I look good in this. I wear this. And this is what she should wear for the wedding. And this is what they want to do this, but I think they should do that. And T.Y. is like, you know, she seems lackluster to us, but her family doesn't seem to notice. And then she says, I'm not going to let this Miday thing get me down. I mean, it's probably for the best. I mean, on the good side, I have I have lots of friends and family. I'm surrounded. You know, I've lost a few friends. Oh, I've lost a few pounds. On the good side, I've lost a few pounds. And I'm surrounded by great family and friends who keep me amused. So what if I'm turning 30 and not married and don't even have a boyfriend? No big deal. Well, see you later. Hopefully you guys don't miss me too much or my crazy family. And somebody is like, put the music on. Sunny I Day. I think they put on Sunny I Day. And then they put on the music and everybody is dancing. And that's the end of the episode. And that's the end of that season. So we got season 3 and season 4 still left to go. Thank you so much for clicking on the video and sticking around to see how we got from opening to closing. I'm Angela again, and the channel is Be Fabulous You. Be you, be fabulous, be fabulous you. And please consider subscribing if you like what I do on the channel. Check out some of my other reviews of television shows and movies and books. And remember, today is the best day ever, and you are the greatest. You're the #1 stunner. So be you. Be fabulous. Be fabulous you. Be you. Be fabulous. Be fabulous.